We not only have voices for a podcast, but also faces for YouTube. Don't miss your next episode.
Time to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
The original Red Pill Show.
Welcome to a brand new episode.
Dreaming that someone would take my scars away and show me your still happiness. My sense of wish, a shapeless world, take me far away. I know I'm flawed, I know I'm scared, but in my weakness I'm free. I know I'm reckless, I make mistakes, but till despair I find my way Should I surrender? Misfortune, so like it chasing those fleeting moments. Life is confusing. What are we living for? In shadows hoping someone to show us something more. My sense of wish, a shapeless world, take me far away. I know I'm flawed, I know I'm scared, but in my weakness I'm free. I know I'm reckless, I make mistakes, but till despair I find my way I'll give my all, and I don't need a thing to embrace my happiness. I'm flawed, I know I'm scarred, but in my weakness I am free.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the original Red Pill Show. Today is Friday, September 24th already, 2021. This show is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please use at your own risk. The show is copyrighted by Freedom Revolution Network. No part of it can be reused, rebroadcasted in any way, shape, or form without our written consent, or you can just ask. Finally, the show is opinionated. The host especially, callers, when we get a working phone number, guests, people that are naughty in the chat room, are and always will be opinionated. Under no circumstances whatsoever should opinions be taken as advice. If you're seeking professional advice, I almost got through it. If you're seeking professional advice, we strongly encourage you to hire a licensed, if required, person in his or her field there, little Tommy. Hey, man. No, that's his name, broadcasted live from the land of big fucking cockroaches. Oh, my God. So for some reason, I'm going to blame it on COVID-19 because that's what everybody else does. Where's my refund? Oh, it's COVID. Where's my title to my motorcycle? Oh, it's COVID. Where is all the food that's disappearing off the shelves at Walmart and others? Oh, it's COVID. Oh, okay. How come I didn't get paid from my previous job for Labor Day? Because it's COVID. Oh, okay. So I'm sitting at my island, but it's a table. But it's my island in my kitchen, and I have my other computer there. So I usually make my coffee, sit at that computer, see what's going on. Because the world's ending. The episode's titled, "Is This the End of Days, Asshole?" Yeah. It doesn't say asshole, but it says end of days. End of days. Is it? I don't know. We'll get to that after probably a half an hour of me complaining. But this will be our spiritual, religious show with plenty of F-bombs added. But no, you do have to. I mean, really, come on. All this shit that's going on, you cannot look back and go, oh my God, we're fucked. This is in the Bible, isn't it? I mean, you really have to look. Volcano erupting in La Palma. Hey, man, look at that. Holy shit, man, we're all going to die. And I'm not making fun. I mean, I am making fun of it, but not of people getting barbecued to death potentially or asphyxiated. Asphyxiated by sulfuric dioxide, right? And then you listen to the experts. Scarlett's going to do a show on this, I'm pretty sure. She told me she is. So I'm not really going to touch this one too much. But that fucker's going to blow. And then if you search La Palma tsunami, there's all kinds of documentaries on it, like by Discovery or Discovery Channel or whatever, because that island was created by volcanic lava, magma, and there's a fault line running right to the left of it. And then through the island. And the documentary say that if that fucker blows, there's a good potential with earthquakes too. What's up with earthquakes? They are like all over the place. 6.0, 6.2, especially in South America. I don't want to get into that either. But something's going on, man. Volcanoes blowing up everywhere. Iceland, now La Palma. But there's a fault line running through that island in the southwest corner. And they're saying that part of the island, which is larger than the size of Manhattan Island, can fracture off, go sliding into the sea, and cause a tsunami that, ironically, is going to head right straight for Florida. Not to mention the whole entire East Coast. Wonderful. Really. And tell me how this isn't the end of days. I mean, come on. You just have to ask the question, man. So anyway, I'm sitting on my island. And this big ass motherfucking black cockroach bug. I'm like, what the fuck? I go, really? And it just like came out saying, hey, how's it going? You know, hey, where's my coffee? And man, I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I jumped up because I'm from the Midwest. The biggest cockroach is the size of fucking kidney bean, you know? And this thing was a little smaller than a PC mouse because I'm looking at it. A little smaller. I mean, it was quite a bit smaller than that, but still, maybe half the size of the mouse. But regardless, it scared the living shit out of me. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? And I'm looking for something to kill it with. And I see my shoe and just splat. And I'm like, really? Welcome to Florida. There's only crocodiles and alligators and sharks and now big ass fucking bugs that come out and want to have a cup of coffee with you. Good morning, by the way. Okay, so I have to share a little bit. This is my therapy time for Tim. And it's not lack of talking to people. Trust me. I have been on the phone with more people, spending more time. Actually, my battery never dies. And it did yesterday. That's how many people. And I still had people calling me and I couldn't talk because my battery was going to die. I'm going to talk about me, and I'm going to keep anonymity besides, of course, me. This fits into the topic of discussion. So, at least in my industry, what in the hell is going on? My industry is being turned upside down, which is the heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration industry. And it's the majority of it, ever since I've been doing it, which is 38 years now, which is scary, but it's usually mom and pop places, family businesses. And it looks like, this is all opinions by me, by observation. Either mom and pop went out and they want to retire, and the kids don't want nothing to do with the business. So I don't blame them on that one. So they sell. So in walks corporate. Oh, yeah, we want to buy your business because our philosophy is you don't beat the competition with better service. You beat the competition by buying them, by acquisitions. Yeah. I've used this analogy before. It's like the shittiest football team, which is maybe the Jaguars, except the quarterback is pretty good. Jaguars can't win a Super Bowl or a playoff game to save their life. So you know what they do? All the owners get together. You know what? We're going to go buy the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because we want to win another Super Bowl. Really? Okay, so what happens to the Jaguars? No offense, and I'm in Florida, and they're not really that good. And you buy the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So you mean to tell me, with everybody with the MBAs and this and that and the experts, that the ownership and management of a shitty team acquires by purchase a Super Bowl team, that team they purchased is going to win the Super Bowl again? Really? And even if they do, is that how you win and grow? And is that good for competition? How about a big fat no? But that's what's happening in my industry. It's the best way I can explain it. Then corporate comes in. Well, we're going to do it our way. And, don't anybody leave. We only want employee retention and everything will be fine. Nothing will change. And it becomes all about the numbers on a balance sheet, profit and loss report. I have spoken to other people about this very thing. And actually, believe this or not, I walked into a supply house a couple weeks ago. I'm unemployed again, by the way. I'll get into that story. And there's this guy sitting on a stool. Jesus Christ. Like a guy's bitching. If you want to know what's going on in my industry, go to Supply House. You don't even have to talk. You can just sit there and listen. It's like a coffee shop or a bitch session or a bar or a locker room and locker room talk about women. Holy shit, you see the tits on that broad? That type of thing. Sorry, ladies. So this guy's just ranting up a storm, and I'm listening. And I've been working here forever, and the family sold out, and the kid didn't want the business. He actually started his own, and so corporate came in, and he literally said, "It really sucks because how we do things." At least he's saying we, not they. That it's not to that point yet. And some of the strategies and the thinking are way, way mind-boggling to me. And it's ruining this industry. Bad. Running people out. Morale. The place I just worked, there's 4 employees. Every single one of them plans on quitting. And I was hired to manage these guys, which they didn't know. That wasn't shared. And apparently they shared that position with somebody that's been there for 2 years, and they told him the same thing. And I'm like, oh, great. What the hell's going on? So I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say anything. But I was trying to get to know these guys after I got COVID. I don't know what's up with COVID, but it's fucked up. I'm blaming it on that. Yeah, that's what I was saying in the beginning. Blaming everything on COVID. I'm getting up at 1:30, 2 in the morning, wide awake. Going to bed at 8, 9, 10, usually 10. Like, what in the fuck is going on? And I'm not tired. That's why I have time to waste doing a middle of the night, early morning, whatever stupid show. So this is going on. And I'm like, okay, and I've dealt with this crap minus the 3 weeks I have in COVID for almost 3 months. My check was shy of 8 hours last week. And I asked the big guy, and he's like, "Oh, I'll find out." So then he didn't get back to me. Communication lack of. And I confronted him again, and I'm like, "Hey, did you happen to look into why my paycheck was 8 hours shy?" And he's like, "Oh, that's because you didn't get paid for Labor Day." Huh. Why not? Because you're still on probation. That's the first time I heard that one. See, the industry's changing. Keep taking. Put that little frog in the pot with water at room temperature and just keep turning that little knob on the stove 1 degree higher every day. Just keep doing that. Just go ahead. And about 212 degree, that's what it's going to boil at. 212 days later, that little frog is going to be in that pot and he's going to be boiling. So it's always just take a little, take this. Fuck with your health insurance. Now you have to remember, I've been an employee, an employer for 20 years and now an employee. And I thought this business was fucked up when I started in it and then started my own business back in 1997, 98. And I'm not going to increase my profit bottom line fucking with my guy's insurance. I mean, that was back in the day, that was default. You just got health insurance for you and your family. So here again, here's corporate. Well, what can we do what can we do to raise the bottom line so I could give me a bonus for sitting on my ass and coming up with stupid shit? How about let's take the employees' health insurance? Oh, that's a great idea. Yes. How much money will we save? $1 bajillion gazillion dollars. Yes, we will do it. But then you got the kind-hearted HR person in this meeting going, yeah, but if we do that, then they can't have insurance for their family. Oh, no, that's too bad. No, it'll figure it out. Market will figure it out. Oh, yeah, that worked real well. Obamacare made prices go down, and everybody has insurance, and now it's all good. You just have $5,000 deductibles for a fucking office visit. I went to the dermatologist for, what the fuck was it? It was nothing, like, ew. It was, all right, disclosure. This is me, so I can say it. When I had pneumonia at 27, they gave me such strong antibiotics that it killed all the bacteria in my body, good and bad. And the after effect was there's in your immune system in your body, everybody has this, but they don't even know it. I mean, not an immune system. There's like fungus that very, very light, and not like ew fungus, like it's there, but your body fights it because of your immune system and natural bacteria and all that crap. Doesn't attack COVID-19 though, but it does this allegedly. I wonder if there's a vaccination for this. Vaccination, not a experimental shot. To treat this, so after I got out of hospital and this damn thing damn near killed me. Obviously it didn't kill me. I'm here right now, unless I'm talking from the grave. Or we just could be in a virtual reality game like The Sims, and this is just all an illusion. Maybe I did die and I came back. I got a power up or a respawning. Anyway, regardless, I'm here. And I still have a little bit of free will in the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness till they take that way. Anyway. So after about a month, and I'm in the sunlight, I get this like rash, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it wouldn't go away. So I went to a dermatologist. This was back a long time ago. And the doc said, oh, well, it's a fungus under the skin. Everybody's got it, but for some reason, you got it bad. And I'm like, okay. And connected it to the antibiotics that were so strong. They just killed everything in my body. And now this won't go away. And there's a medication for it. So when I moved to Florida and I'm being in the sun, it kind of got reactivated, but it wasn't bad. It was just, like dots and a little red irritated rash type of thing. So I went to the dermatologist. That's when I went. And got the prescription and whatever. And it's like, okay. And I said, well, I want to make a schedule. No, so I got that. I don't even want to get any more into that. So I went to pay the bill. And the receptionist took all my information before I was seen by the doctor. And she goes out. She goes, Tim, your deductible's $5,000. I said, what? Mind you, they're paying like $600 a month for me. Oh, you're 57? It's like, that's really all they see. 57? Oh, you're fucked. You're going to die soon. $600 a month. For what? So anyway, I go, $5,000. I go, don't I pretty much have to be damn near dead to spend $5,000 at the dermatologist? And she just laughed and she goes, yeah. So, all right, well, we'll give you insurance, although we, took it away or whatever. And you got to pay now 75% of it, but you have a $5,000 deductible. Oh, gee, thanks. So I got to spend $5,000 before my 80/20 kicks in? Fuck you very much. And everybody just lets it happen. When I started my company, swear to God, I paid for my guys and their families' insurance 100% back in 1990. Well, let's just say 2000, because that's about when I started getting employees. Yeah, didn't even think about it. Because you don't do that. But yes, you do. So, and that was 22 years ago that started happening on Wall Street and corporations. And well, how can we can we bring in more revenue or save more revenue, because the peasants are costing us way too much to keep them alive. So how about we just take away their insurance? That way, when famine comes and all that, they can just piss off and die, and we don't need them anymore. Then we have more money for a TV for the throne. Yes. What? And you wonder why people are pissed and are fucked up. But nobody says anything or does anything for that matter. Inflation's through the roof. Wages are jack shit. You got tens of thousands of people just, oh yeah, just come on in here. We'll pay for all your shit. Don't worry about it. Here's the debit card. Don't worry about it. We'll put you up somewhere. We'll transport you. Don't forget it. Don't worry about that COVID test. We'll worry about that and all the other diseases you may be bringing in here. And, we'll figure that out later. But then you're an American that's busting their ass and still suffering from COVID financially. I'll piss on you. Oh, forget you. Did you vote for me? No, because these people are, because I'm helping them. What the fuck does that have to do with it? I thought it was we the people that govern this country. You're worried about getting reelected? Apparently. What's her fucking name? AOC said it. We got to help these Haitians so we get votes. Really? What about the starving Americans? They're losing their house. Rent, according to the Kaiser report, actually, a couple days ago, rent has gone up 10% this year. 10%. My rent here is going up 20%. So if I had a job still, I go into my boss and go, I need a 20% raise. What do you think he's going to say? Oh, hang on a minute. I'm trying to figure out other ways to take money out of your check so I can get richer. Hang on a minute. Okay, what do you want? I need a 20% raise. That's funny. Not really, because I'm going to be homeless because I can't even have a roof over my head. And what does people do about it? Nothing. Move. Get a second job. You just turn on the TV and, well, it's tough right now for us Americans and this and that and all that. We just got to get together and unite. Don't worry about it. We'll get through this if we work together and we're united. But let all those people in coming in the country for free. We'll pay for all their shit. Thank you, my fellow Americans. And now it's infiltrating into my industry. And every single guy that I talked to down here that I worked with in the Orlando area is ready to quit. They're unmotivated. The last job I just had, which was a couple days ago, before I resigned, I'll get to that. He pulled up and he goes, man, I'm glad you're here because I was going to quit if you weren't. So here's my example of, well, this is more of incompetence, or just disregard for your skilled labor and your employees. I'm going to say this before I share this story. Most, if not all, businesses look at employees as costs, and they do fall on the liability side of a profit and loss balance sheet. They're one and the same, but they're really not. A balance sheet, assets and liabilities. Liabilities is whatever costs you money. So that's insurance and that's payroll and all this stuff. And what these bean counters do is they line item everything and they go, okay, well, we can't touch that. We can't touch this, but we can touch this. And it's always going after lowering the cost of having an employee. Well, what about these bonuses? What about this $10 million bonus the CEO got? Oh, well, don't worry about that. We need that because we need high quality people because they're hard to find. Really? High quality people to take your health insurance away and making that decision? Are you kidding me? Let me ask you this. Where can you take $50 and turn it into $100? Guaranteed. Where can you do that? And think about that because I'm going to get some coffee. Where can you take $50 and turn it into $100 guaranteed? You got about 30 seconds. Okay, you give up. I don't even have the screen up. I'm not looking. People are in the chat room. It's too distracting. I'm trying to get my points out before I get distracted. I'm easily distracted as it is. So the question is, where can you take $100? How can you take ham it? Fucking it all up. How can you take? What can you do? How do you take $50 and turn it into $100? Guaranteed. Guaranteed. The answer is you don't. No. The answer is you start a heating and air conditioning company and you pay your employee, yes, believe it or not. These are numbers, though. Ones that I can remember and are easy math. It's not the real world, but it's regardless. You pay your employee $50 an hour, which in this industry you can make, and you bill your customer $100. The only way you're not going to get that money back is if the customer decides not to pay the bill, but that's your problem. But people don't look at that. They look at, you're making $50 an hour? Jesus Christ, these fucking, and people in the office see that.
Well, I'm sitting here on my ass and I'm doing computer crap all day, and you're making $50 an hour for fixing things?
Yeah. How would you like to get your fat ass out of that fucking chair and go climb a ladder and work in 95-degree weather, 95-degree humidity, up on a roof, busting your balls, if you'd had any, and doing this job? Because you wouldn't. Is it me, or are we turning into the Hunger Games? I just saw on Infowars.com, you got all the beautiful Hollywood people on the red carpet. What was it? Just the Emmys or some shit like that? You know, oh yes, aren't we just wonderful? We play make-believe and we pretend we're somebody and we get made $1 gajillion. So therefore, we know better than you. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to put a dress on and some high heels here and a wig and some lipstick, and I'm just going to think I'm way fucking better than you. And you better pay me a lot of goddamn money, and you're just a piece of garbage. And if you don't agree with me, then you can just go fuck off. How's that sound? And so anyway, the Hollywood elite are saying, well, we don't need social distancing and masks, but you do. Really? And that's when it resonated with me. We're turning into the fucking Hunger Games of many other things. But I'm like, okay, here we go. We're going to have the capital and then all the districts. District 1's going to be vaccinated. District 2 is going to be unvaccinated. District 3 is going to be African Americans. District 4 is going to be Asians, and so on and so on. You might as well throw religion in there. District 5 is Jewish. District 6 is Catholic. District 7 is Christian. District 8, Muslims. District 9, you don't make any more than $10,000 a year. District 10 is $20,000, and on and on and on. And District 12's Democrats. District 13's Republicans. Blah, 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 blah. And I saw that and I'm like, holy fuck. What is going on? And we just sit here. And I talk to people about it, especially if I get talking to my dad. Well, that's the way it is, and blah, 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 blah. Or you listen to people that make $500,000. Oh, the unvaccinated people are getting people sick and it should be mandatory and blah, blah. What's wrong with you people? You're selfish. Because I go home in my apartment in New York and make $500 million a year and fucking isolate myself and don't do anything but my living to pass judgment on you, unvaccinated. Really? Does power really corrupt? In my experience, it does. Every single person I promoted and delegated power to turned into Darth Vader. I'm like, what? Why? What? What is wrong with you? And my thing is that it's the corporatizing, because a lot of people at one point in their career, whether they changed it or not, somehow was exposed to corporations. Well, it's capitalism. It says, no, it's not capitalism. That ended in 2008 when all the bailouts came out. So it might be zombie capitalism, pseudo capitalism. It's not capitalism, though. It's more like fascism, because the government gave you all that money. And now when it's on the peasant level, when the government gives you money, that's socialism. Then when they tell you what to do, and if you don't do it, that's communism. And then when everybody's living in the streets or in districts, that is a dystopian. The haves and the have-nots. And guess who makes the rules? What? You won't get vaccinated? You shall not eat. Go away. Really? Is that the mark of the beast? Because it sure sounds like it to me. So are you going to renounce your faith in your religion? And some people, I can understand if you got kids. I can understand. I can have compassion and empathy. I can understand. My kids ain't going to starve to death. I can't do that. So they got you by the balls. But for people that don't, what's your excuse? Fear? Because you're not going to eat it either way. Trust me. It's all about control, breaking you down, compliance. Compliance. Need input. So what can you live with? There are so many people that I know that are just ready to go off grid. No, I'm done. I'm tired of the shit. And if the system, now this is me, there's plenty of other people that have great arguments and are having a wonderful life. I don't know how many there are. I don't run into them too many times. That the indoctrination of go to school, get a job, get married, work at the same place for 50 years, get a rubber watch and a pension, and you'll be fine. What happens when all the pensions are wiped out in the next market crash? Well, that can't happen because it's my money. Oh, really? So you have a big pile of fucking cash sitting right in front of you, or safe, or somewhere physically in your possession. Well, no, it's sitting over there in the investment strategy HR department. What? On a server sitting in China? That's pretty smart. What happens when it goes poof? Or the Chinese go, you know what? Fuck you, Americans. We're sick of this shit. Denial of service. And they just take it. They take your retirement fund. What are you going to do? You know that feeling when you get an NSF charge and you bounce a check? Is going to be that times 10,000. You're going to go, fuck. But it's just me. Don't worry about it. I'm just being ridiculous. Jeez, Tim, really? God, what are you going to say next? Some virus that came out of China is going to totally decimate the economy on a worldwide scale? Well, then you're going to say there's a volcano on La Palma that's about ready to blow its shit. Yeah, actually, I was going to bring that up. And a tsunami that takes out the East Coast. Yeah, how'd you guess? Potentially. So you have documentaries on Discovery Channel and all this shit, and even Ancient Aliens or whatever. All these educational documentaries that scare the shit out of you. Oh, La Palma Island. If that fucker blows, there's going to be a tsunami 10 times worse than Japan. What? I just moved to Florida. Don't fucking tell me that. Those are the experts. Now, just go to YouTube. Type La Palma, LAPALMA, live. In this thing, it looks like Satan's trying to get out of hell. There's lava and magma flying everywhere. Like it's the gate or gates of hell. So now that it's happening, according to all these documentaries by the experts, now the experts are going, don't worry about it. Oh, no, that's ridiculous. Oh, no, that can't happen. When they say that can't happen, it would be a really good idea to be a 100% contrarian. Now I'm not trying to scare anybody, okay? So that's why they're not talking about this. And I'm not going to elaborate on it again because Scarlett's going to do a show on this. I know she is. So I don't want to touch it too much. But if that landmass the size of Manhattan Island kerplunks into the Atlantic Ocean, according to the experts, that thing is going to be 100 to, what is it? Is it like 100 to 300 feet high? Because they do it in meters, and I don't feel like doing the math. Oh, Tim, you got to learn the metric system as I'm in grade school, because we're all going to that in the next 10 years. Okay, well, that was 1973, 4, 5, let's say 6th grade, 1976, bicentennial. Yeah, in 10 years, we're flipping to the metric system. So that'd be 1986. I'm still waiting. How much is a meter, decimeter, millimeter? Okay. And then you convert it into inches because we're stupid fucking Americans, because that's what we use. The experts are saying if this thing slides into the Atlantic, it can be 100 to 300 feet high tsunami traveling at 650 miles per hour. Florida's fucked. If you're on the coast, East Coast, you have 8 hours. Good luck getting out of Florida. And you're going to regret the day you bought an electric car. Because your ass is going to be sitting stranded and your car is going to fucking die. And so are you. Sorry. And God forbid, okay, this happened in Japan in 2011 with Fukushima, when some tsunami just happened and smashed into Fukushima after the nuclear disaster. Amazing. And the people of Japan tried to escape parallel to the coast. Okay, I'm going to explain this to people. If something's coming at you, you Especially like now, if it was a truck or something or whatever, yeah, just get out of the way. Move left, move laterally, left, right, whatever. But if this thing's coming at you and it's not going to stop, don't make a lateral move. Run the opposite way. So if this thing's coming from the east, go west. Go west. Hello? And these poor people died because they were just moving alongside of it. And it's getting closer and closer and closer, and they died. So just fucking run the opposite way, okay? Please, for your safety and survival, if it happened. Which I can't really blame them, because if it was a tornado or something, or like I said, a truck, of course, get out of the way as soon as you can. But not in a tsunami. Yeah, no. You gotta fucking run the opposite way. So what's going on? Can we actually just sit back, regardless of what you believe or what you don't believe, and actually look from the outside? If this was a video game or a movie, you go, man, that's fucked up. Those people are fucked. And it's all, in my opinion, falling from God and greedy people and retaining power, class division, I'm better than you, and it's not good and evil to them. It's strong and weak. Oh, I'm much stronger than you. I have more money. I'm your boss. I can dictate your life. So you shall listen to me. No, not here, not in this country. So I'm going to make a prediction, which isn't going to be really shocking. But I think people are going to start falling out of society and just say, you know what? That's it. Because you keep taking that knob on the stove and turning the temperature up every degree until it's too late. So if the frog was smart and was aware of what was happening to it, it would jump out of the pot or pan. But it's not. It's just like, oh, this is nice. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. In 212 days, the thing's fucking... Well, actually, minus room temperature, so whatever. 140 days, about. 142 days, 70-degree water, something like that. Is it my math right? 140-something days, he's dead. So what are you going to do? Because I think we're at about 200 degrees right now. I'll share this. So I resigned from my job 2 days ago. I have been through 4 jobs since I've been here in a year. Here. Previous employer, 2.5 years. I tried 2 companies in Illinois. Didn't work out. I'm not even going to share those experiences. Four jobs in a year. If I was an employer, which I was, and I had a resume in front of me, and somebody that wants a job's like, you've worked 4 places in a year. And I actually had somebody say this to me the other day because they called me because I got my name back up on looking for a job. And I told them what happened the last 2 jobs. In this specific last place of employment, I told him what happened, and he goes, well, why do you think, what changed their way they treated you? I'm like, what? I go, and this is what I said. I go, this is where you got to stick up for yourself. I said, that's like asking me why that guy shot me with his gun. How the fuck do I know? Why don't you go get the guy and ask the guy that shot the gun? It's like, well, you're the problem. Oh, really? Okay, so how am I the problem in this situation? I ran a service call. Long story short, so everybody can understand, the compressor was bad. It's an outdated system. 18 years old, met its life expectancy. The whole thing needs to be replaced. Not to mention it's R22, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to try to dazzle you with my bullshit. Oh, well, that's an R22 system, and they phased that refrigerant out, so now you have to go to 410A and replace the entire system because it's an HFC refrigerant, and R22 is an HCFC refrigerant, which is destroying the ozone layer, and HFC refrigerants do not. Is that good enough? Huh? Therefore, you need a new system, which you do. So, I got all the information so the office could send the customer a quote to replace the equipment. Okay? No big fucking deal. Just put this in perspective that it's you. Someone comes to your house, this scenario, just like that. Okay? So I send all the information to the shop. That's it. I'm done. I diagnosed it. Pictures, this and that, nomenclature, everything you fucking need. Okay? Here's what happened. I don't even know if I won't even get into details because it's irrelevant. But the equipment that needed to be ordered wasn't available because of this chain supply bullshit. Okay? So, willfully and knowingly, I'm just going to be really nice here. The office decided to put in, i.e., the wrong equipment. So then me and another guy show up unknowingly and then discover right away that it's wrong. And the guy I'm working with goes, yeah, but that's all they could get, so we have to put it in. Okay. Well, the outdoor unit was fine. It's not a problem. Well, what was the problem was it was the indoor unit, kind of like your furnace in your house. Same shit. Except this thing is in an office building 10 feet in the air. So the guy that showed up and we were working together saw it, took some measurements with the new unit compared to the old unit. And the new unit is way bigger. Not to mention, him and I, two guys, got to manhandle this big-ass unit, take the old one down, put the new one in, with 8-foot ladders when we required a lift. Safety issue. Okay, but forget that. So this guy I'm working with goes, this ain't going to work. So he takes pictures, texts them to the big guy, the owner. The owner sees him, calls the guy I'm working with. Well, what do you mean it ain't going to work? What the hell's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And he explained it to him because the wrong equipment on purpose was ordered. So then the boss says, well, that's Tim's fault because he spec'd the job. What? So when he hung up the phone, the guy I'm working with, he goes, oh, well, blankety blank just blamed you for this, you know. And I go, you're kidding, right? No. I said, you're being serious. He just blamed me for them ordering the wrong equipment, and they knew it was the wrong equipment. He goes, yeah, that's what they do here. So then I responded, all in writing now, because this is beyond verbal, because I was promised a management job and blah, 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 and never got it in writing. So don't be stupid like me. Somebody tells you they're going to do something, get it in writing. So I emailed the big guy, and I said, request face-to-face meeting with the owner, service manager, me, and the lead technician. Because I can't tell you how I was a sounding board for all these guys bitching. Oh, they do this all the time. They do, we need this, we need that. My shoulder's ruined because by a doctor said this, because I just keep lifting shit when we shouldn't have to. And I go, yeah, and you're 32 years old. Not to mention the safety issue on it. So I finally got a response by the end of the day. They came and got my truck without even telling me they were. Said, your demand for a meeting has been denied in your because of your threat of resigning. Because I said, I want a meeting by Friday. And I don't even know how I typed it, but I'm just saying. It wasn't this, like like I'm the king or whatever, but I'm like, I'm requesting a meeting. And if it doesn't happen by Friday, I'm going to resign. Because enough is enough. So meeting denied, resignation accepted. And if there's anything missing out of our truck, company property, parts, etc., will be deducted from your paycheck. And if there's anything in the vehicle you left personally, you will have to come here, which is an hour and 45-minute ride, and get my personal property that I left. That's what's happening in this industry. Now, I know what it takes. Once a service tech, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to listen to my shit. Once a service technician does their job, gives the information to the office. Now it's the office people's job. So it's really nothing more than you call your vendor or you call the manufacturer, you give them the information, they get it for you or they cross it to something that they want to sell you or you're asking for. You get the cut sheets, which is nothing more than a blueprint with dimensions of the equipment that you're installing and the equipment that you're replacing. And you order the equipment. I've done it like at least thousands of times in 20 years. Never had a job go bad. But when you're setting your employees up for failure and then you're potentially looking incompetent to the customer and you blame your employee who diagnosed the unit because you knowingly ordered the wrong equipment. See, I was supposed to be a frog. Oh, it's all Tim's fault. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's incompetent. They didn't say that, but no, it pretty much was I spec'd the job out wrong. I said, you've got to be fucking kidding me. So that's 4 jobs. The other 3 were bullshit things too. Not getting paid 2 paychecks and a half a relocation fee. So I guess I'm supposed to work for free. Second job was just so insane and crazy and unsafe. I resigned. Third job was unauthorized deduction of a parking ticket in my check being on a job. I said, you take that out, I resign. They did. I resigned. Now this one. Well, that's just the way it is. No, it's not. It's the frog in the pot. No, it's not. It's tell the fucking frog that when he doesn't even know what's going on. So we're a bunch of frogs. And I'm tired of it. I'm not going to let somebody throw me under the bus, especially somebody that's charging $100 and paying me not even $50, to be honest. What is wrong with people? You're making a guaranteed return, 100%. Now, there's cost for having that employee. I don't want to get into it, but that's your job to have those costs as low as possible to maintain profitability. You don't take away benefits or lower pay so you make more money is you sit on your ass doing fucking financial reports and trying to find ways to save money at the expense of your employees. Corporate is running people out of this industry. Some are smart enough to see it. Some aren't. Well, this feels fine. This 200-degree water for 140 days just feels wonderful. Can't get any better. Can't get any worse, right? I'm staying. There you go. 2 more degrees, you're cooked. We're at 200 degrees, or 210. 2 more would be 212. Sorry, my math sucks. I'm preaching freaking financial reports that I don't even know how to add. 210 to 220 boiling point atmospheric pressure. You're cooked. You're probably cooked at 200 anyway, or pretty damn near getting a little bit toasty. You starting to turn red here. The sun must be pretty strong. No, you're getting cooked and you don't even know it. So that's my opinion. I should have titled this, Are We at 200 Degrees? Maybe that should have been it. I don't know. But yeah, we're like 2 degrees away from being cooked. So what are you going to do? I think it's time to jump out of the pot. Now, this is just me talking. For me, not for you. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. There's probably a bottle of ketchup and a nice fork and sharp knife there. When you're finally cooked to perfection, you're going to get eaten. And it's going to be too late. So that's that. So that's enough of that shit. What's going on? Hello. Oh, look at all the people in the chat room. Oh, you do love me, don't you? Okay, Dwayne, but I think he booked. Lee. Hello, Lee. Uh-oh, I'll read some of these in a minute. What in the hell are you doing up in Illinois? What are you doing up, period? Listening to me at freaking, well, your time would be 2:43 in the morning. Good evening, TLO. TLO. Sheila. Damn, what are you talking about? Okay, so anyway, I'm going to read some of these, and I'll throw them up on the screen. La, 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 la. Oh, are you serious? Oh, these are the COVID comments. COVID, sorry, everything's COVID's fault. Why can't I get my driver's license? Excuse me. Lee says this. Why can't I get my driver's license renewed because of COVID? Make an appointment. It's only been a year now. Fuck. Oh, that's okay. You're just going to get pulled over and arrested because your license is expired. There's no excuse for that. It's only been a year now. Renew maybe at my appointment in 30 days. I don't know. No, see, you can't do that. You're questioning the king. How dare you? Don't you see there's COVID out there forever? You're just going to have to wait. But if you do something because of COVID, you get thrown on the street. Isn't that nice? I love how that works. Sun keeps throwing solar and sunspots. You know what? I downloaded a coronal mass ejection app on my phone. Back in 2012, when the world was going to end, I watched all that shit like every day. And I was watching CMEs and Class X and all that kind of crap. There's actually a video called The Kill Shot. Very interesting. I would watch it if I were you. But be prepared for that one. Causing earthquakes and volcanoes to be super active. Yeah, it could be. It also could be the reason why the planet's getting hotter. Fuck. The sun, you know, that thing is hot, or radiation, and it cooks the planet. And suns get hotter as they age. No, it's not. It's you driving your car and turning on your air conditioning and living life with products that we gave you and technologies that we only will release to let you use. And we made a shitload of money off of you. But now it's time not to do that because we're richer than shit and we're fucking everything up. And now we got to make more money in a new industry, and you shall buy an electric car. Okay. Those big snakes. I don't know. What big snakes? You're one of the few employers that cared about their employees. You're damn right I did. Absolutely. because my philosophy and my part of my organizational culture was to take care of my people, because I was getting tired of treating like shit. And it's all a power thing. It's like, it's almost, I've never been in one, but it's almost like an abuse. I've been in an alcoholic family, and I talked to my mom about this shit yesterday, who has her master's in sociology. And I said, Ma, no offense, raised in a child of an alcoholic family and a dad that was an alcoholic, which, by the way, has over 30, 35 years of sobriety. God bless him. And I said, Ma, I don't want to sound like one of those people that, oh, my parents beat me and shoved me in a closet, and that's why I'm all fucked up and I'm a mass murderer now. No, I'm not saying that. But I recognize when I'm being treated like shit and it's very dysfunctional. I don't care if it's in a family, work environment, or anywhere. I refuse to be treated like shit. That is just a verge of a sociopath, psychopath, trying to get you to do. That is mental abuse, which, quite honestly, I would rather have somebody beat the hell out of me physically than fuck with my head. I don't know about you, because the damage doesn't go away. If you're beat up, you heal. It's not that simple, don't get me wrong, but the scars and the memory isn't there all the time. But when you're fucked with your head on purpose, that doesn't go away. And that becomes normalized. I don't want to sound like a fucking psychologist. That becomes normalized complacency for me. I'm talking for me. And when I told my mom what happened at work, yes, I still talk to my mother. She's a saint. She has her master's in social work. Did I say sociology? Or social work. She goes, I'm so proud of you. I go, well, that's great. I hope you're proud of me when you see me in the streets panhandling for fucking money. But I won't. I will not let people treat me like shit. It's compliance. And all you're doing is sacrificing yourself. I won't do it. What's question mark? What question mark? Where's Dwayne? I have no idea. I stay on my farm. Good. Okay, good evening, TLO. Lava, magma is causing hotspots, causing fires out west. It is? There's lava running west to east across the USA. Is there? I didn't know that. Huh. I put my trust in God. Everything happens for a reason, says Lee. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. La 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 la. What's $800 worth? I missed that. See, this is when I don't watch the chat room, but it distracts me too much. It's all a fraud. What's a fraud? We loves you too. Just responding to story time, Tim. Oh, yeah. Well, I got plenty of stories. I mean, hell, that's most of my material. It's like, there's people on this network that, like, I don't know what to talk about, especially doing a show alone. Oh, I need a co-host. No, you don't. Well, I don't know what to talk about. Talk about you. Well, I don't know what to talk about. Talk about you. And then that could be seen as a narcissistic perspective. But when you go to self-help groups, you need to talk about yourself, because that's all that's allowed. It's called sharing. It's not, I got a bigger dick than you, or I make more money than you, and it's about me, 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 me. This is not a corporate fucking meeting. This is a self-help meeting. And you have no right to talk about anybody else other than you. And if you can't come on here and talk about you, then you got a problem. Because this is about relating to each other and going, holy shit. So I thought I was the only one that felt like that or thought that or went through that. And you're not. So when that resonates, you're like, whoa. And we do find out we got a lot of things in common. That's this show. Like, well, you're just a narcissist. You talk about you and you're all right and you make me feel stupid. No, you make yourself feel stupid. And I'm just sharing stuff. Yes, I will say that my directness and forwardness is probably too much. But if I just sit here and be a passive asshole, oh, it's okay. Don't worry. Yes, the volcano's just a little angry right now. But you know what? If we just sit there and say kumbaya and eat frog legs and just s'mores and everything, the volcano will be fine. I can't believe people are sitting there watching that fucking thing. I would have been out of there a long time ago, but that's just me. There's a lot of twisted individuals. You got that right. And there's more of them. Or they're coming out. Or they're becoming more evil. And this is the best way to put it. We are falling away from God. It's about me. Power, greed, money. All of it. It's all what it's about. Feed them fish heads. Ugh. Who does? People go crazy. Feed them fish heads when they start cuckoo acting in front of you. Oh, wait a minute. Feed them fish heads when they start cuckoo acting in front of you. Who? I don't know. I used to like to share. Well, you should. But I'm going to tell you something. I know this is going to be hard to believe. And I really think in my personal life, I am just going to start keeping my mouth shut. That's going to be damn near impossible. My circle of friends is very small. I'll come on here and talk, and I'll say the things that you want to say, and you won't. Or if you're having problems, like, what the fuck is going on? By what I'm sharing and what I think and my opinions, I might help you figure out your shit. I don't know. But that's where the power lies. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Fuck, I don't even know what to do. For me, like I said, this is kind of like, well, let's get it out there and talk about it, and then maybe some answers will come. I don't know. But I do know that things are really fucked up in every facet of my life. And quite frankly, I'm getting tired of it. It's time to wake up. It's time to say no. It's time to not comply. And quit being a follower and think and look and go, really? That don't sound right. Yes, it is right. Shut up. Because you're told what to do. How dare you? I'm a teacher. I'm a boss. I'm the president. I'm this. I'm your wife. I'm your son. I'm your whatever. I am an expert. Well, okay, but you're wrong. People being distracted with video games. Yeah, that's really why I don't play them. I actually unplugged my television. It's sitting in my garage. So I'll watch stuff off of my iPad. But yeah, I'm tired of the boob tube and video games. I got a PS4 and I was using it for Netflix and shit like that. But I got a whole stack of games. I don't play them. It's about loving and respect for our friends and family. That's why we're here, Tim. We love and respect you, no matter what. Oh my God, you're going to make me cry. Not only that, I got to pee because I am drinking coffee. Hour and 20 minutes. 5 people watching, but I've been told that's not right. Oh, so I'm going to bitch. Okay. So I go to YouTube, type Freedom Revolution Network, and I watch the views. I really honestly don't care. It's going to sound passive aggressive or contrarian. I don't really care. But it's like, really? It's like some views on some shows is 20, 30, and then some's 50, 70. You guys got to share the show or this network. It's not about me. I'm just used to saying that because it's my show. The network. Everybody shows. we don't start getting more viewers and more fans, we're cooked. I would like to see for every show at least 100. It needs to be double. So if all of you just share it with one friend and they watch it, it's going to double. It's that simple. Power of networking and word of mouth is invaluable and very, very, very powerful. Fuck advertising. It's attraction rather than promotion. I don't want you to promote it. I want you to go, hey, have you listened to this crazy motherfucker on the Red Pill Show? Because just listen to what he has to say. And attract. You might want to hear what he has to say. And everybody else on this network, not go, you got to listen to this guy or you're going to die. No, that's not going to work. No. I don't like promotion. I like attraction. We have to attract like-minded people or wake them up before they're cooked. So what are those eyeballs? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Lee? Pretty cool. I like that. Eyes on you. Eyes on you. Okay, so that's it. Hour and 22 minutes. It's 4 a.m. I cannot believe I am up at 4 a.m. Let alone doing this. But what are you going to do? And then you know what I'll do? I'll probably lay in that bed for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'll wake up and I'll just be ready to go for the day. Because it's 4 a.m. Okay, what's this? But coming on certain days and times would help. Oh, yeah. Hey, oh, wait. How dare you? You are just a common listener. You don't tell the host of the show what to do. What the fuck's wrong with you? Sorry. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's like watching, well, back in the day. Oh, it's Monday night. I'm going to watch my favorite TV show. Now it doesn't even matter. You can stream it. And you could VCR it back in the day, TiVo it, whatever. No, you're right, Lee. There's got to be. See, but I'm going to blame this on management. So, although that's not fair. I'm going to hear about this one. But that's not fair because Scarlett lets us do whatever we want. So that's what I'm going to hear. It's like, it's your show. You can come on what you want. Whatever, it's not on me. And that's exactly what she would say. I bet on it. So, yeah, there's got to be a certain day and a certain time. So you guys are used to it. But quite honestly, I'm spontaneous when I do this. So, and with YouTube, I mean, for live participation, yeah. Absolutely. But for people that listen to this after the fact, it doesn't matter. But without engagement from fans and listeners, this ain't going to be worth a shit. So that's a good point. That's a great point, actually. Okay, I'll think about it. I was just trying to get my life structured. How am I going to get this show structured if I can't even get my own life structured? That's my excuse. Then I'm going to get fired again, or YouTube's going to throw us off, or I'm going to quit, which I'm not going to do. But okay, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'll work on it. I got to get my job. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm staying in Florida. I don't know. I have a wonderful job offer out of state. So my ass might be moving again. I'm getting so sick of it. I'm getting so fucking sick of it. I'm just trying to find a home. Shithole Illinois is out. Sorry. No way. There's no amount of money in the world to get me back to Illinois. I don't know. I don't know what to do. My industry here, what I explained and what happened 4 times in a row at 4 different companies. Back in Illinois, this industry sucks and it's cutthroat and a bunch of assholes. It's like some snake oil used car salesman people, which, no offense. You're lucky if 1 out of 10 companies were like that. 1 out of 10. You got a bad egg there, Every single company I've worked here has been that, in my experience. Mostly because it's getting corporatized. Oh, you can do this? Well, then you can do that. And if you can do that, you can do this. And you can do it quicker and faster and this and that. And it's like, No, man, this isn't a race. You want to make more money in this industry with your service technicians, you make them more efficient. If they run 5 service calls instead of 3, you're making more money. You know why? Although the amount of labor is the same, you're selling more parts, dumbass. Billing 8 hours at 100 is 800, right? And let's say you run 3 calls, sell $100 of parts, right? Which would be let's say $1,000, which more the point. 3 calls in 8 hours, $1,000 times 3, 3,000. Get them to run 5 calls. Now that's 5,000. Get them to run 6 calls, but not by busting their balls and whipping them and running them around like a chicken with their head cut off, because they're getting more efficient or proficient because they're in a groove. They know what they're doing, and you're leaving them alone, not by micromanaging them. And they're billing and they're billing and they're billing more and more and more in the same amount of time, i.e. efficiency. It's not rocket science. It will all fall into place. Yeah, I'm going to fall right on my fucking ass or my face. I lost my sound. Oh, my headphones. My headphones are bad. I got a bad cord. All right, so I'm going to go. It's enough bitching about me. I had enough. I'm just letting you know what's going on. So, I don't know. What's going on? Vaccination, what do you call it? Certificate, document, whatever you want to call it. Boiling frog, just do what you're told. Shut the fuck up. And everything will be fine. No. And let people treat you like shit and just deal with it. No. Not happening with me. I got a little bit of self-respect. And that's not the right way to do things anyway. You motivate by example and you work together. That's it. It's not really that difficult. So, okay, I'm going to go. And thank you for listening to me. And I will work on a structure of the show as far as times and days, and I will let you know. So, okay. Thanks for everybody for interacting. Share the show. Listen to other shows on this network. And hopefully we're going to start growing. It's going to get really good. I think Scarlett's coming on soon. Be positive. Oh, I'm positive. I'm fucked. So, okay. How's that for positivity? Hello, Sheila. All of Haiti got a free ride. Oh, don't even go there. You can't be a tax-paying American in 3 generations and expect to get help. What's wrong with you? Shut up. Okay. And vote for me. All right, I got to go. All right, yeah, I am positive, believe me. But other people got to be positive. That would help, especially ones with power. All right, I got to go. Thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you later. I don't know when, but I'll figure it out. You've been listening to the original Red Pill Show.